Everyone thinks being invisible is the worst thing that can happen to you. But trust me, being invisible is nothing compared to what happens when everyone suddenly sees you. Because when they do, they don't just notice you, they want you, fight over you, destroy each other over you. And that's exactly what happened to me. My name is Leela, and I made the 3 richest boys in my school fall in love with me at the same time. I wasn't always like this. Actually, I used to be completely invisible, the kind of girl people walked past every single day without even realizing I existed. No one remembered my name, no one saved me a seat, no one cared, especially not the elite group. At my school, there were 3 boys everyone knew, everyone feared, everyone wanted: Ethan, Lucas, and Noah. They weren't just popular, they owned the school. Their families were ridiculously rich: private jets, luxury cars, money that could literally change lives. Ethan was the leader. Cold, calm, untouchable. The kind of guy who didn't smile unless he wanted something. Lucas was the charming one. Funny, confident, dangerous in a different way. Girls loved him, and he knew it. And Noah, he was the quiet one, mysterious, observant, the kind of guy who didn't talk much but saw everything. They didn't talk to people like me. Why would they? I was nobody. Until the day everything changed. It started with something small, embarrassingly small. I spilled coffee. All over Ethan. Yeah, the worst possible person. The entire hallway went silent. Everyone stared, waiting for him to explode. I froze. I'm so sorry, I stuttered. Ethan looked down at his shirt, then at me, and instead of yelling, he smirked. "You're either very brave," he said slowly, "or very stupid." People laughed. I wanted the ground to swallow me. But then something unexpected happened. Lucas stepped in. "Relax, man, it's just a shirt," he said casually, and for the first time, someone stood up for me. Ethan chuckled. "Interesting," he said, and walked away. That should have been the end of it, just another embarrassing moment. But it wasn't, because the next day, Lucas sat next to me. "Coffee girl, right?" he grinned. I blinked, confused. Leela," I said. "Leela," he repeated, like it actually mattered. And just like that, people started noticing me. At first, it was small, whispers, glances, but then it got bigger. Lucas kept talking to me, laughing with me, sitting with me, and suddenly I wasn't invisible anymore. I was seen, but not in the way I expected, because a few days later, Ethan started watching me, not talking, not smiling, just watching. And that was worse. Then came Noah. One afternoon, I found him sitting next to me in the library. "You dropped this," he said quietly, holding my notebook. I didn't even realize I lost it. "Thanks," I said. He nodded, but didn't leave. He just sat there, silently. And somehow, that felt more intense than anything Lucas or Ethan had done. That's when I realized something. All 3 of them were paying attention to me, and instead of running away, I made a decision, a dangerous one. I decided to play along. At first, it was harmless, just conversations, smiles, small moments. With Lucas, it was easy. He made me laugh, made me feel confident. With Noah, it was quiet, deep, like he understood things I didn't even say. And Ethan was different. Every interaction felt like a challenge, like a game. "You're not like the others," he told me one day. I smiled. "Maybe you just don't know me yet." His eyes darkened, and that's when everything changed. Because suddenly, it wasn't just attention anymore. It was competition. Lucas started showing up everywhere I was. Noah stopped hiding how often he was around me. And Ethan made it clear. "If you're playing a game, Leela," he said one day, "make sure you know how it ends." I should have stopped. I should have walked away, but I didn't. Because for the first time in my life, I had power. People talked about me, watched me, envied me, and I liked it. Until things went too far. It started with small arguments, tension between them. Then it escalated. One day in the cafeteria, Lucas and Ethan got into a fight. Not words, an actual fight. Tables knocked over, people screaming, and everyone knew why. Me. I stood there, frozen. What had I done? But it didn't stop there. Noah confronted Ethan later that week. "You're going too far," he said calmly. Ethan laughed. "Or maybe you're just losing." That was the moment I realized this wasn't fun anymore. This was dangerous. But by then, it was too late. Because one night, everything exploded. I got a message, "Meet me now," from Ethan. When I arrived, Lucas was already there, and Noah, all three of them, waiting. My heart started racing. "What is this?" I asked. Ethan stepped forward. "You tell us." Lucas looked at me. "Are you playing all of us?" Noah didn't say anything, but his eyes, they already knew. I couldn't lie anymore. "I didn't mean for this to happen." "That's not an answer," Ethan snapped. I liked the attention." Silence. Heavy, uncomfortable silence. Then Lucas laughed, but not in a funny way. "Incredible," he said. Noah looked away, disappointed. And Ethan? Ethan just smiled. That's exactly what I thought. And in that moment, I lost everything. Not just them, myself. Because the truth is, power feels good until it destroys you. The next day, everything was different. The whispers came back, but this time they weren't about admiration. They were about me being fake, manipulative, and they were right. Lucas ignored me, Noah avoided me, and Ethan, he didn't even look at me anymore. I was invisible again, but this time it was worse, because now I knew what it felt like to matter and lose it. Months later, I finally understood something. I didn't want their attention. I wanted to feel valued, and I chose the wrong way to get it. So I changed, not for them, for me. Because the truth is, you don't need people to fight over you to prove your worth. The moment you start playing with people's feelings, you lose something much more important, yourself. And trust me, that's not a game you ever win.